Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Crabden Ring. In today's episode, we're going to buy a lantern. We'll do more, but that's what we're going to do first of all. Look at you. What are you? How are you real? Alright, bye. I guess you don't want to talk. That's fine. And is our first look at the, what are they called? Mausoleum turtles? This guy is a very useful merchant. And yeah, I'm not really going to bother with merchant dialogue, as most of them don't have anything unique to say. But yeah, some smithing stone too, stonewood key, and everyone's favourite weapon, the Zweihander. Oh, I'll try. Well, if it's not the Zweihander, it's well, it's another weapon that we'll also be finding in today's episode, if I remember correctly. But as we're here, we'll go up here real quick because there's well, I just remember when I was playing the game before it came out, I came over here and I had a very good time, shall we say. I was very surprised at the very apt name they gave the Tower of Return. Whoa, extreme close up. Ow. Fortunately, the guy on the horse can't climb the ladder. We should really be able to use these, but whatever. Oh no. It was really cool just appearing here when, like, you know, I hadn't really gone anywhere else. I mean, I'd done basically what I'd done in this Let's Play. And I was like, what is this? And then you open the map and you're like, oh. Oh. We're we're a distance away, huh? Of course, fortunately, the first time I ever came here, it was like bright daylight, which made it even more dramatic, but it's really neat, I suppose. Some people might not like being spoiled on a later game area like that, but I thought it was really cool. And we're not even going to bother fighting this guy, as it will just take way too long. So we're just going to grab this useful item in here real quick. Then do it. You did it. That's my bad. Just as it was like about to happen, I was like, wait, doesn't he have a follow-up? He did. He had a follow-up. He followed. And I went opposite of up. Alright. Now we'll head back down to the Weeping Peninsula. We're going to go. That's where the merchant was. That's where we got warped. We're going to go here. Fourth Church of Marika, where we have a statue of Queen Marika with something maybe supposed to be representing the Elden Ring behind her. I'm not entirely sure. But then we'll head over here to the Church of Pilgrimage.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, then, after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed, return to the lands between, wage war, and brandish the Elden Ring, grow strong in the face of death. Warriors of my lord, Lord Godfrey.
So, and here we have a statue. Well, currently we don't know who that is, but I'll tell you right now, that is Radagon, who also has a message on his arm for some reason, doing his T-pose. Yeah, we have Radagon and Marika. Radagon was the second Elden Lord after Godfrey. Where were we? Oh yeah, so now we're going to go back to Castle Mourne down here. We're going to continue... Well, we're going to start as we didn't do any of it. So what we know so far, Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, waged a war, and at the end of his last war, Queen Marika took his grace, the gold in his eyes, and from all his followers, which made them tarnished. All of the tarnished were then banished from the lands between. And when they died, or sometime after they died, Queen Marika restored their grace and told them to come back to claim the Elden Ring. So all tarnished were followers of Lord Godfrey at some point. Now, we don't know if they died and were like immediately brought back. Like, we don't know how long there was between all of this. But that's the story so far. Ow. Ow. Okay, yeah. Dogs are just the worst. As they have been in every single game made by FromSoft. All the Souls games. I mean, I don't know about their other games, but... And yeah, here we have Castle Mourne, where you can hear some cling-clang happening up there, can't you? Alright, no, I deserve to be hit there. See, I'm telling you, like, I'm not an expert in dog behavior, but dogs cannot, like, multi-track drift behind you, all whilst nibbling you with one giant hitbox. On the bright side, they fixed, with the patch that happened, like, a few days ago, they fixed this one dog that could basically do, like, 30,000 damage in less than a second. Because, yeah, it was kind of stupid. I keep doing that, like, crouching attack, which is not good. But yeah, this attack doesn't really feel that good. The one-handed one's better. But yeah, here in Castle Mourne, the Misbegottens, these, I don't know what you'd call them. These guys? They kind of make me think of harpies, but not quite. They've all rebelled. They've had an uprising. Just what caused them to do this? I'm still not 100% sure. I mean, malcontents, perhaps. They have made some fires. Okay. Where did you come from? Yeah, they have made some fires, and there is something to do with fire. There is like there are fire gods, shall we say, but I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. And honestly, fighting all these guys is a bit of a pain. Just because there's a bunch of them. You don't really need to fight them either, but... No, I deserve that too. You notice how, when you're in the middle of a combo, they have that, like, low damage headbutt attack just to try and stop you comboing them? Yeah. It's interesting. See, now I've aggroed, like, all of them. The smart thing to do would have been to, like, use a ranged weapon to draw them out one at a time. But I'm not in a smart mood. That is always fun to do, though. It's very satisfying when you can, like, knock an enemy out of the air like that. Now, this guy's bigger. Can we bleed him? We can bleed him. He can get a counter attack. Yeah, this weapon would probably be pretty nasty in PvP if you went with like a frost or a bleed version. But yeah, we're as mentioned, we're going with quality. But we can still bleed things now and then, which is really nice. Bleeding is so good in this game. Might be nerfed at some point, which I don't know if I'd like that. It's really good, but I'd rather they just make other things stronger. And here's the other. Remember I mentioned about the Zweihander being everyone's favorite weapon? Here's the Claymore, the other favorite weapon people have always loved. Because it's got the nice wide sweeps, a thrust, some overheads. All in all, it's got a very solid moveset. People love big swords. It has a scabbard or a sheath. It's a popular weapon, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a cool weapon. You know, I've actually never used it myself. I mean, I have used them, but I've never like focused a build around them. Don't know why, to be honest. It's I guess there's always just been other weapons that took my attention. But yeah, those are probably some of the most popular weapons, but what are like your favorite weapons in these games? For me, now Dark Souls 1, I honestly don't know if I have one. Like there's so many weapons that none of them really stand out to me in Dark Souls 1 as like a favorite. If we're talking about visuals or like aesthetics, Behold Tower. I do love the Silver Knight Straight Sword, I think it's called. That's probably, I think, one of the coolest looking weapons. Then in Dark Souls 2, again, another game that has loads of weapons and a lot of really cool ones. You bastard. Favorite one? Probably the Lois Greatsword, because, I mean... Wow. It's so cool. Again, you might be noticing a pattern here, huh? That was really satisfying. Steel wire torch. So, oh yeah, I forgot. So of course, if it's a dark area, you can get a torch, or you can use the belt lantern. Doesn't give you as much light as a torch, but it, you know, frees up a weapon hand, frees up a hand, so you can continue to fist people. Fantastic. We love to administer a good fisting. Dark Souls 2 had that like Tekken fist weapon, bone fist. I genuinely can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that's uh-oh. You fool. But yeah, that's the other way that we could have come up. And then that way over here, that's where the Claymore was. So you got two ways to go. This way, by the side, is like the stealthy way. That's what your life amounted to. You jumped off a ladder, you climbed back up a ladder. You got dunked on. You buffoon. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 had a lot of really cool weapons. Dark Souls 2 in general had a lot of really cool ideas, and just unfortunately a lot of it was implemented in a less than fantastic manner. But hey, honestly, I'd rather have that than Dark Souls 3, which just really didn't feel like it did anything that new. Like, if you take Dark Souls 3 out of the franchise, I don't think we'd be missing that much. Just a few interesting bosses and cool areas, but it's like if I had to delete one game from the franchise, it would be Dark Souls 3. That's cool, I can get hit. I can also hit them with that first attack because it's an overhead. I like that. What's the... Is that yeah, it's just a thrust. Why did I try that whilst he's shooting me? I'm stupid. Look at my face. I gotta... Yeah, idiot. Shoot me with your... I mean, what was that? Your wing? Right in my cheek? Man. No chill. And chill is what we want right now. If I angle it, it almost looks like I have a fashionable hair feather thing. You know what's funny, by the way? I realized this, I think yesterday whilst I was doing some editing. The hairstyle I picked for this character, I picked it, like, back when the game, like, first released and I was just making a character ready for this Let's Play. Turns out it was very suitable. And, well, again, that will... What? Okay, I'm really confused because I was just blocking and I feel like I got hit whilst blocking. But whatever. It's all good. Yeah, it's a very suitable hairstyle. That's a classic, like, FromSoft trap, by the way. They give you a treasure and an enemy, then they hide another enemy here. And, because I've been through these areas, I'm not really being that careful. But then I'm also forgetting things. It's a good time. What is it Shiva of the East said? It's a good time, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, but that's a downgrade. In Dark Souls 3, if you hit these sort of dudes who are hanging, you just knock them down. Unacceptable. Please fix. Miyazaki. Yeah, it's... If there were a few things I would change about Elden Ring, one of them would be, I wish they had done... I don't know, maybe this is hard because it's an open world, but Dark Souls 2 had like dynamic lighting, which was really cool in the areas it worked. Kind of wish Elden Ring... I mean, Elden Ring kind of has it, but also... I don't know, just like the play between shadows and light is a very cool thing to play around with to set tone and atmosphere. And I kind of just wish they'd done a little bit more with it. Because Elden Ring has really nice like skyboxes and stuff, but I feel like there are parts where the lighting could have done some really cool stuff. A good oh no. What are you doing, buddy? Aw. You just got poked into infinity and beyond. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV does some really nice lighting stuff. Which helps make up for its very low res and low poly sort of aesthetic in most areas. Anyway. Who's this guy?
There's a face I've not seen before. I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Mourne won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology. I see. From Arena. Thank you. I mean, you're dead. But I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Mourne does not fall into the wrong hands. If you see Irina, do tell her that her father will come for her once he's fulfilled his duty. If you see Irina, do tell her that her father will come.
There's do you remember in Game of Thrones, there's a speech that, oh, what was the character's name? Was it Mira Muzdal? She said to Daenerys, where she's like, she's asking her like, see how much life is worth when all the rest is gone. Something like that. I mean, it's like, yeah, how much is your duty going to be worth at this point, Edgar? Like, don't get me wrong, it's admirable in some ways, his approach to all this, but at the same time, the castle's gone. Like, you're just sitting there, you're not going to do anything about this treasured sword. Go, at that point, your duty to your family would supersede your duty to your lord. That's just my approach to it. Anyway, like, duty, sure, duty, honor, all that good stuff, but you failed, so you can abandon that duty now and focus on your other duty. Duty, Call of Duty. I said that more times than I've said it in the past 5 years. There's a stinky blob there. Not even going to fight it because it would take me 20 minutes to kill that. Yeah, even Edgar doesn't really give us any clue as to why these things have rebelled. But I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with Shabriri. But that's just a theory. Yeah, look at that. The old classic Dark Souls. Oh. Ooh, he was undulating. Hwah. Another one of these guys. Please help me, I am of noble blood. Those hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Think of the disgrace. Yeah. Those non-voiced ghosts just seem to be there to give you some sort of clues or context. But I don't know, I don't really know what's going on. All we can do is postulate. Haha, you fool. Then we follow up with a charge. Poke him again. Yeah, the Naginata was, if I remember correctly, or historically, and I don't know if this is true or just like a legend or myth, but was used by like female warriors in Japan. That's the again, I don't know if that's fact or fiction, but that's like usually what it's associated with. There's probably a lot of reasoning behind that too, but off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm not like a Japanese history buff. I don't really know much about it. I know a little bit about the, Sengoku era. Nobunaga Oda and all that. I missed. Man, I landed on that one time and it made me happy. Then I saw how spiky it was and a bit less happy. Yeah. And I only really know about Nobunaga Oda, Sengoku stuff because of, Samurai Warriors, Neo, Kessen. Man, you remember Kessen? Kessen was fun. They should do a new Kessen one day. This reminds me of that area in, I don't know, is it Ocarina of Time? Where you fight, like, Dark Link or Mirror Link? I don't know what it's called. And The Dark Souls games have always made me think of Zelda. They have like the lock-on, they have like the kind of open world, and it's like action RPG-y. But I don't know, sometimes when I make the comparison, people get mad, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know why you're getting mad, I'm just making a comparison. This room sucks, by the way. These rats are the worst. Thankfully, we can do this very safe shield poking. Pokemon? Wow. What a thrill. Whip! This, what was going on there? A whip is actually one of the weapons I was considering using, but it was a bit far into the game. I mean, not super far, but Naginata I knew I could just run and get, like, immediately. But yeah, the whip is, again, it's another thing, I could have just, like, dropped it to myself too, but... I can't actually remember what the whip is called. I want to say it's, like, Azumi or something really weird like that. But it's, like the spear whip? Sword whip spear? You probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, is this gonna work? Okay, good. No. Oh, that was a grab? I honestly didn't know they even had a grab. Considering the huge wind-up, that should have been obvious, but oh well. It's all good. We're healthy. We're hydrated. We're moisturized. Don't need no ladder. I got knees made of... I was gonna say like titanite slabs, but... those aren't real in this game. Got knees made out of ancient smithing stones. Jellyfish. I kind of like the jellyfish. I don't like the crabs as much, though. Time for crab. Yeah, it is. You know these crabs, like, aside from being, like, straight up from Dark Souls 3, they're so weird, because they go from, like, trivially easy to obnoxiously hard sometimes. Because they have one attack that's like a 0-frame startup or something. Is there another big crab here? No. Fire arrow. And, honestly, I was going to clear this area out, rest of the bonfire, but I think, honestly, we can do the boss just like this. I said honestly like twice then, didn't I? Honestly? Honestly? Stinky. But, that's what we picked up in the Lane Dell, by the way. Slowly restores health. This thing got in a dungeon, which I did off camera, because, again, like, recycled. Maybe... I want to say it was probably this dungeon right here, the Death Touch Catacombs. I could be wrong, though. Look who it is. Castellan Edgar. We're gonna summon him, because he was, like... We summoned him one time in my friend's world, and he was, like, an absolute beast. And I enjoyed watching him unleash the powers. Alright, time for a boss. Can I use my wolves with a summon? What? You can do that? That's insane. I thought you couldn't use them if you had a summon. Or is that only in, like, multiplayer? That's actually nuts. What? This is illegal, surely. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. You know, fighting in my, like, preview character, I thought that guy's a samurai. He took me, like, 4 or 5 attempts to beat. Granted, you know, I was, like, base level and everything, and didn't have a shield, but still. That's what I'm telling you, man. This game doesn't need a difficulty slider. The difficulty slider is how you do it. Like, I could have not brought out the wolves, I could have not brought out Edgar, and that would have been a very different fight. That was crazy, though. And that is our first legendary weapon. Revenger's weapon. The Game of Thrones sword, I was calling it. Now, the annoying part is we need to go back to Edgar, but there's no bonfire next to him. Like, you see these two? This is really stupid. This one should be, like, up here. Or there should be a way to jump back over this wall. Like, it's really annoying that you can't seem to do it. Oh, come on. Is there a way?
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those fallen creatures. I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Irina, I will spend my remaining days with her. Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Irina and devote my remaining days to her. Irina has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact. Thanks to you, and devote my Irina as I only hope. Irina, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them. Rest assured, Irina, it will be done. I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and rest assured, Irina.
So far as I'm aware, there is no way to save Irina in that quest line, as it's just something that's got to happen. And that's going to do it for today's episode, I think. Let me check. Oh, you know what? There's one thing we'll do real quick. Again, this is something we don't really need to do for the Let's Play, especially as I'm going to have virtually no use for these, but we'll do this one real quick. These mage towers, as I've been calling them, so you need to solve a puzzle to get into them. Seek 3 wise beasts. So in other words, you need to find 3 of these, 3 turtles. Now this one took me a while to figure out, because I'm not great at puzzles. Again, much easier when you're online, because messages are everywhere. It's a completely different experience to playing offline. Now, if I remember correctly, the last one was over here somewhere? In a bush? You're not a turtle, you're a dog. I seem to remember it was in a bush. I could be mistaken though. When in doubt, smash every bush. Oh, there he is. Literally right next to the door. Her, me's big brain smarts. Yeah, and now we can climb the Mage's Tower. Then at the top of there, we can call it for today's episode, and... what to do next? And, yeah, the rewards from these are going to be kinda useless for this character, but whatever. Because the reward is... Memory Stone, which basically gives you more spell slots. But we... I mean, I don't think we are going to be able to use any spells on this character, come to think of it. I mean, what do we even have for our... Yeah, 7 in 8 faith, so basically nothing we can do with it. Okay, I told a lie. There's one more thing we'll do real quick. This is why these episodes keep ending up way longer than I'm intending. Yeah, this bit. Not really anything important, but it's our first look at one of a certain thing. And it's our first look at anything kind of falling from the sky, which is interesting. Hello. This is, what are they called? The Alabaster Lords or something like that? Oh, well, they are going nuts with that. You be gone. Oh, you really hit me? Wow. Ow. Yeah, as you can see, gravity magic. Well, for starters, it's purple, and it, does... That looked cool. Does interesting looking things, like pulls you in, pulls you out. Shakes you all about. Can do the hokey pokey. Do these guys bleed? Ow. Oh, I did an insanely early roll there. You'd think they would bleed because they're like naked, but they also have very rocky looking skin. Oh. Oh. Wow. I guess I deserve that. They're so weird looking, these guys. Ugh. Alright, but yeah. That's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.